with the purpose of suspending time and discovering the whereabouts of the event synthesizer stolen by the demon Melanicus.
I'm not sure if I should call that poor literacy as cool, a dumb name, or if it's a British thing to replace a Z with an S, because otherwise, what exactly is a synthesizer? He says the higher evolutionaries have reached a state of equilibrium. Such a meditation on such a grand scale allows them to pierce the nature of reality, see beyond time and space, blah blah blah. I'm sure this would be very fascinating if it wasn't being narrated to us by someone who isn't actually experiencing it. He receives coordinates for the synthesizer, which is Earth in the distant future. Since it's the future, it's also after a big war has devastated the planet. Naturally, while all human life has been wiped out, there still exists a perfectly good teddy bear just lying there in a perfectly breathable atmosphere. The two enter and behold a guy at some kind of pipe organ that's been converted into a giant H.R. Geiger nightmare. Good grief! There it is! The event synthesis. Wow, that's it, huh? It looks... What exactly is going on in this story again? Actually, Justin drives his sword into its chest and then it, explodes. Okay. Then the event Synergon, whatever, the pipe organ turns on and the doctor is knocked out. I'm sure this would all be very interesting if I knew just what in the hell was going on. When the doctor comes to, he sees Justin is now a statue in the wall with an epitaph written beneath the statue. As I said, this series collected multiple stories, so now we get a two-parter to finish off the issue. Stars Fell on Stockbridge. We begin within that village, located in Gloucestershire. We meet this guy, Maxwell Edison. I've got something! I've really got something! Yes, I've got it! I've got it! I've got the rich sounds of the Light FM.
Number 12. Synthesizer and Gloucestershire. Back in my Doctor Who Classics number 7 video, I expressed my confusion over some pronunciations. In particular, I had issues with the aforementioned words. Synthesizer is just the British spelling of synthesizer, and I have quite a few British fans who pointed out how stupid I sounded when it's still pronounced synthesizer. Considering Doctor Who is a British series and the comics were printed in the UK, I shouldn't be surprised that it's the British spelling and I really was stretching it too far for a joke. Then again, I do stretch for jokes sometimes. Hell, the main reason I picked that Doctor Who comic to review was so I could make a Thunderdome joke. And I know what you're all thinking. Come on, Linkara, can't you just get beyond Thunderdome? Patience, my friends. I'll catch up eventually. However, while synthesizer was just me going out of my way to try to make a joke, I did make a huge mispronunciation when it came to Gloucestershire, pronouncing it Gloucestershire. That one comes down to me never having to ever say the place's name ever in my entire life, but come on, give me a break here on this one. How was I supposed to get the real name out of its spelling? What the hell happened to the U in the middle of the word? They bought a vowel and didn't know what to do with it. And where do you get the S sound for the C in this case? However, my ramblings about the intricacies of the English language aside, even though I'm sure Gloucestershire probably comes from another language, since I had never had to say it before, I really should have looked up the pronunciation. To my fans, sorry about that one, and I'm sorry about the synthesizer jokes. Although, hilariously enough, as I was typing this very script, Microsoft Word auto-corrected the spelling of synthesizer for me to include the Z. Makes me wonder if the UK version of Microsoft Word does the same, but as synthesizer.